Hello, besties! Just a quick little announcement before we dive into the mainstream. First of all, there are various ways that you can use in order to support the channel because, as you know, I'm a full-time VTuber and streamer. So I am 100% reliant on what I do every day, streaming, for my income. So, for those of you who are interested in bringing a little piece of the little world that my bestie and I, Lexus, bring with us every day, I do have a spring store, which is of course linked in the description. And aside from that, I also do commissions, and here are my prices. I do art commissions as well as voice commissions. So $25 for full color art, any style, plus $5 for an additional character, $5 for a quick chibi sketch or a bust sketch, $5 for emotes, yes, for your channel, $10 for simple channel logos, any style you want, $9 for a full body sketch, just a sketch with rough colors, and $5 to have me read a short script or a voice commission. You also get a free weekly sketch or a voice clip voice commission, anything you want me to say. If you become a member of this channel, just let me know and I'll get it done every week. So yeah, if you are interested, just email me at lcx357@gmail.com. With that said, let us proceed. Three, two, one, let's go!
Step into my world, it's a pixel dream. Retro vibes and magic on every screen. Telling tales with a wink and a smile. Stay with me and laugh for a while. High scores rise and hearts on fire. Every word lifts us higher. Adventure calls, are you ready to go? I'll lead the way, let it flow. Cuteness overload, sparkle in my eyes. Weaving little stories under neon skies. Level up the love, it's our time to shine. LCX, forever divine. Heroes and dreams, I'll bring them to life. Plot twists, turns, and a hint of strife. Pixel perfect tales just for you. Happy endings always come true. High scores rise and hearts on fire. Every word lifts us higher. Adventure calls, are you ready to go? I'll lead the way, let it flow. Cuteness overload, sparkle in my eyes. Weaving little stories under neon skies. Level up the love, it's our time to shine. LCX forever divine. Heroes and dreams, I'll bring them to life. Plot twists, turns, and a hint of strife. Pixel perfect tales just for you. Happy endings always come true. Happy endings always come true. High scores rise and hearts on fire. Every word lifts us higher. Adventure calls, are you ready to go? I'll lead the way, let it flow. Cuteness overload, sparkle in my eyes. Weaving little stories under neon skies. Level up the love, it's our time to shine. LCX forever divine. Ow. Forever divine. Oh, oh, forever divine.
Hey, friends! Welcome to the LCX crew. Here's a few quick guidelines to keep the good vibes going. Let's get into it. Spoilers/backseating open book prohibited. I don't care about spoilers. You want to guide me? Go ahead, but stop if I say I don't want your help. Otherwise, you're just ruining my flow. Jokes/heckling face with tears of joy. I'm all for fun and banter, but you gotta read the room. If I'm not vibing with it, I'll give one warning, then you're out. Simple. Music/game requests musical note video game. One request at a time per person. I appreciate multiple requests, but spread them out. No spamming, fam. Why is everyone a mod? Ranch eyes. So you can follow other members and be part of the community. You don't have to actually moderate anyone, just be cool. If you see a troll, though, feel free to take action. My actual admins have the power for the real drama. Debate/discussion speaking head. I love a good debate, but keep the insults and passive-aggressive remarks to yourself. No one's here to get attacked. You're always welcome to disagree, just do it respectfully. Snowflakes need not apply snowflake. If you're going to start an essay about how uncomfortable you are with official dev art or get upset over harmless jokes, take a step back. No one's here to cater to your personal sense of wrong when it's clearly just harmless fun. Keep it chill and don't be that guy. These are my vibes, and if you want to be a part of them, awesome. Just don't bring negativity or try to start unnecessary drama. Keep it respectful, keep it fun, and let's all enjoy the ride. Glowing star. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have some exciting news to share.
Here we go. Hello. The orc is here with me today.
Hello, hello. Hello, my greenskins. Hey, sorry about last week. I had an odd job come up and then I got sick, got food poisoning. So yeah, I had fun.
So, what up? You said you had a topic
So-
lined up.
Well, we got a couple topics I wouldn't mind bringing up with you, and I figured something to have fun with. I do feel like I'm I'm hovering above two kids right now, which is kind of amusing. So, topic one, I wanted to bring up with you. Well, I would love to talk about Conan some more because you brought that up last week, LCX. But I assume you don't know much about Conan, so I don't feel that that'd be fair.
Well, if you don't feel that is fair, then you won't talk about it. Yay.
Yay. Okay, so okay, you know how think here a couple seconds. You know how we're getting a remaster or a remake of The Running Man?
I don't know
movie,
anything
I
about the Running Man movie either.
No, but you've seen the original Arnold Schwarzenegger one, right?
Nope.
No, you haven't?
Please, no,
Really?
nope.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to use that as an example of what I'm talking about. So, something that's super iconic, like The Running Man, like an iconic movie. And the fact is, now that we're getting a sequel to The Running Man, the sequel to The Running Man. What?
Just greeting the chat. Keep talking.
Okay. So the sequel, hello everybody. The sequel to The Running Man is now actually coming out. But the interesting thing about this is the original Running Man movie was pretty much a very loose end to the actual book. This Running Man is actually based off of the actual book. Like they're actually taking more about the book this time. It's still going to have that Hollywood cheat, but it's still being more faithful to the book. Now, here's a question I gotta say: for iconic stuff like movies, animes, video games, if you're making an adaptation that's more in line with what originally was created, is that the better equivalent or is that worse? Like what do you think about that with the with the whole iconic stuff, where something that's iconic like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man?
And
Well, that's what I'm asking you an honest opinion on how you feel about adaptations where, you know, we have iconic adaptations that have been created, and then they're remaking iconic adaptations, but they're actually making them more faithful to the book. What's your thoughts on this level? Because we've all talked about the woke bullshit that goes on in society, where they'll take an adaptation of, say, history when they turn Cleopatra black. Netflix.
I see.
You know.
Here are my thoughts on that.
Okay, go ahead.
So it can be done well. What the fudge? What is up with this flippin' echo? Too high. Echo too high.
Actually, you sound better on my end.
It's way too high. Alright, here's the thing. It can be done well. It can be total garbage. It all depends on how it's executed. For example, you can make an adaptation of something and make it completely different. Make it stray off a completely different path and can still be done well. One example of this is Full Metal Alchemist. The manga had not yet concluded when they decided to make the anime, which went on for like 52 episodes or something. The anime adaptation, the initial one, was actually pretty good. And of course, they made a new one later, which actually adapts the entire manga after it had actually concluded. And that too is good. So both have their place. So there you go.
Yeah.
As long as it's done well, doesn't matter.
Okay. So you're of the feeling that, you know, certain adaptations are done better. So that was my thought. I wanted to actually talk about, you know, the idea of all these different adaptations, because we do get, like, someone brought up The Shining in your chat. I just noticed that, and I'm like, there's a really good example. The Kubrick Shining. A lot of people consider that an iconic movie. It doesn't follow The Shining in a lot of ways. Like, there's a lot of different stuff that Kubrick added that gets, even in the more modern movie, Mr. Is it Sleepman, the sequel? I can't remember the name of the sequel. They even added iconic scenes that were not added to that. So, it's kind of interesting. Dr. Sleep, thank you so much. I gotta watch Dr. Sleep still. It's on my list of stuff I have to do. It's one of those movies I've been waiting to watch for a while. I want to have a buddy over to watch it, so it's been sitting on a hard drive for a while. So that's my thought process, because, like, for example, a really bad adaptation that came out in the 2000s. Well, no, I already understand the whole. To TE Witness as
There's
a
colors,
horror.
no.
As
It's easier. There's colors, snow. It's snow.
Oh, Snow. Oh. Well, Snow, if you want to come on, you could talk about this. I know you're. I know you could come on and say hi. Like, yeah, because horror stuff, on my opinion, is. I'm kind of genetic freak to this stuff, and I know the Stephen King universe being a DM, because you have to understand some of the stuff, because you'll have players approach you wanting to use stuff from the Stephen King universe, and it's kind of nuts how often I get asked to, you know, a gunslinger, an interdimensional gunslinger that travels around. That's happened to me at least several times. especially for
they
university.
stronger than most?
What?
Heh. Heh.
Yeah, it's funny how often I have gunslingers. I'll have the one I had for a long time, LCX. We're gonna talk D&D. I can bring that up. Some of the funnier character I've had over the years. One of my favorite one was I had so many Full Metal Alchemist characters show up in game. Can I have a character with his brother being living armor when that series came out? That was a constant. I had at least 8 players want to play Al from frickin' Full Metal Alchemist.
Japanese voice is Rie Kugimiya. Same voice as Nagi Sanzen, by the way.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I had so many people want to be Al from Full Metal. I had so many Sephiroths, it got annoying. There's an added reason I hate Final Fantasy VII. Is because I had so many players want to be fucking Sephiroth. I even had people, they'd bring their little headphones with them, like their little iPods, and I'd hear...
So, what's wrong with people wanting to be Sephiroth, anyways?
It's annoying when you're playing a medieval fantasy where there aren't fucking Japanese people, and the guy wants to walk around carrying a giant katana.
So what? There's like Western versions of the katana, curved sword.
Yes, they're called scimitars and sabers, but they don't have the same specs and benefit. Yes, D&D does have katanas. But D&D does not have katanas as an actual weapon found in certain settings. The katana does way more damage than other weapons in the game. It's a little more higher, beefier damage than your average thing. So when you got a bunch of guys with long swords, you have one guy with a katana. It doesn't really work. And then you'd have players that would want you'd have these Sephiroth players that would show up, and it'd just be annoying. I have murdered so many Sephiroths in D&D because they all think they're super powerful with their brand new tough Sephiroth character and the brand new awesome katana. Well, unfortunately, guess what? You're not going to find blacksmiths that can make a katana like a katana. It will either turn into a scimitar or a saber. No, actually, katanas do have advantages if you've played 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons. Give you the actual specs of a katana, I can do that right now. I can click open an Oriental Handbook.
In real life? He's talking about real life.
Oh, in real life, a katana is a little bit... Well, it all depends on the katana, but they're usually a little bit bigger than a longsword. The only benefit that a longsword has compared to a katana is a longsword...
I think a longsword is actually a little bit longer than a katana.
Is it? I thought if you straightened out a katana, it would be just as long as a longsword.
Yeah, but if you check the length, you'd see the longsword is actually slightly longer than a katana. Also, it's also double-edged, so it's actually better. As far as the cutting power goes, they're pretty much the same as far as cutting power goes. Except, the katana cannot really be used effectively for defense.
Yeah, also, the sword combat styles are drastically different.
I mean,
it's a good...
In a straight-up fight, the samurai would, not the samurai, because a samurai would have armor, but a person using a katana versus a person using a longsword unarmored, the longsword person probably has an advantage. You can disarm the katana because the longsword at least has a proper guard.
Yeah. Where's my Oriental's Handbook? Oh. I got so many books on here. Oh, there it is. So, they can be hit and miss. Against a guy using a rapier, it usually ends up with, if they're doing the fight, it's you can have a fun little moments here and there. Let me look at the combat here. So I was looking at this recently to explain Spirit Beasts to players because someone wants to play a panda. And so I had to look. I looked up I looked up pandas, like the spirit folk. Because there is a panda spirit folk. Weapon. Where's your weapon tables? Because if I remember correctly, katanas have two-handed style and one-handed style. The two-handed weapon, I believe, for a katana is a little bit better than the longsword in strength damage and singular damage. It gets an extra. It gets a D10 instead of a D1 using it one-handed, and I believe it has the same speed factor of a longsword. So you get an extra dice. You get an extra randomly 2 points of damage every time you swing that katana, which is a little more annoying when it gets better. It gets a better speed It gets a similar speed factor, so it's a little bit more powerful.
So what's wrong with people trying to be Sephiroth?
It's annoying because as a player roleplay, it gets annoying because they all want to play Sephiroth, and then when that Sephiroth doesn't work, they get upset, and then they get angry with the Sephiroth, and then the Sephiroth See, the problem when you want to create a character like that for DM, because you're not creating your own OC, it doesn't have your vibe or your energy as a player. And the katana speed.
I thought people wanted to be Sephiroth, not that you make a character as a DM that is Sephiroth.
A character as a DM is Sephiroth. Well, I don't create Sephiroth characters as a DM, but I've had DMs do that, and it usually doesn't go well because he's not a good scaling character. I've kind of explained this to people when you create when you create mages in 2nd edition D&D. I've had so many players say, I want to play a black mage. Yes, but the closest weapon to a katana is a katana. Yes, he basically uses a saddle sword, is the D&D equivalent. So I will go to optional rules, and I will go to the warrior's handbook.
Oh yeah, Sephiroth's sword is way too long to be a katana. It's not even a Nodachi, it's much longer.
Is it longer than a Nodachi? I thought it was about the same size as a Nodachi.
Yeah, it's super long. It's totally impractical, his sword.
Is it that stupidly long? Because I don't remember looking at it saying,
it's an exaggeration.
Okay, I'm looking at the warrior's handbook now. But from what I can see, the katana, not only does the katana do more damage than the longsword, it also has a lower speed factor. So that basically means it's a better longsword in the D&D terms. But again, D&D looks at weapons in a fantasy setting. It's pure kind of goofiness. Like they had to rescale a lot of combat in the game. I can actually get you the... Yeah, because they even have bow sticks, which are technically quarterstaffs, but they're a little bit better than quarterstaffs. They do. Their speed factor's a little slower. They're a little better than the other weapon. Yeah, katana speed factor. Yeah, speed factor. Okay, it's damage rating.
National Geographic actually made it clear that a bow staff sucks compared to an actual quarterstaff.
Yes, they do, but the bow staff is better in speed factor. It does. But here's where the katana gets fun. Okay, katana considered longsword. Longsword, speed factor 5. That means it's a little bit. It swings slower. Damage rating 1d8, 1d12, one-handed. And then if you go two-handed longsword, if I remember correctly, it does a little bit more damage, but not by much. It's kind of. It could get a little better. Now the katana is both equally one-handed. One-handed does 1d10, 1d12 damage. So a dice damage 8 is basically a lower dice damage. So you get your possibility of 2 more points of damage, and the equal stats for the one thing. But here's where it gets good. Katana, two-handed, 2d6, 2d8. 2d6, 2d6. So that basically means not only does the katana a little better, you're guaranteed at least a minimum of 2 points of damage because of the dice. Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of fun and can do a lot of stupidity, and they purposely made the katana a little more broken. But again, if you look at the Oriental system in the Oriental's handbook, the game system's a lot harder. Like yeah, sure, you do a lot of damage. It's a little bit more It's a little more broken, but it has its fun. No, actually, you can carry a katana with a shield. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. If you're playing 5e, I went recently to a 5e game. I saw 6 guys carrying katanas and shields. Why not? Nothing saying you can't. There's nothing guaranteed. It just means you're not going to get the two-handed weapon style of using that weapon. So not only is this weapon better than a katana, better than a longsword, in stats wise, this katana two-handed is better than like a bastard sword two-handed, which is a bigger weapon. So it's faster, better, and does more damage. Again, this came out during the time of the samurai and the mythical ninja that can, LCX, how often do you see ninjas take out helicopters where you're at? Does it happen often?
I mean,
I see all the time. Yeah. You were talking about that plane conspiracy last week. Maybe it's ninjas secretly throwing shurikens at airplanes, and that's why you have all these down planes. It's secretly ninjas out.
that ninjas meme is so, I don't know, 2005.
No. In the 80s, ninjas were all the rage, man. They were the fucking mythical powerhouses that secretly destroyed the world, man. Yeah, a ninja could touch you, and your arm would blow off. It was a weird amalgamation of Fist of the North Star combined with like mythical other stuff. It was like this Asian flavor that kind of came out. And don't get me started on the mythical ninja romance novels that exist.
Okay.
Those are fake.
We're living in 2025 now. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, it is funny though, because it's changed. Now it's Vikings. Now the Vikings are the new flavor. And how their berserking power is so.
I mean, as much as people make fun of Vikings nowadays, Vinland Saga is actually a pretty good story.
Yes, from what I saw it was. I'm not a fan of the mushroom thing, because the mushroom thing is a...
What's the mushroom thing?
What?
What's the mushroom thing?
Okay, the idea of berserkers wasn't that it's a state. Like, it was a state of mind. I think berserking was a mental illness.
They were drugged.
Yeah, but this idea of them eating mushrooms to get that berserk state.
How do you know it's not historically accurate?
That's been brought up for years, but there's no evidence that it was mushrooms. There's also no evidence that
this is... Bro, you're talking about a fantasy adaptation of an actual historical story. I mean, you don't have...
I'm talking about,
you don't have Vikings that use 2 daggers.
The historical berserkers.
You know, you don't... Yeah, and you don't get Vikings with, like, 2 daggers that can magically ninja, like, a guy with a giant axe and win.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing with it. A lot of it was, like, it's the same thing with the Gaelics. Like, the Gaelics would run out, like it is true. The Gaelics would chase after you with their dicks wagging. That's based off actual historical information of the Gaelics doing that. But not all of it, like this idea that they ate people. That might be bullshit from historical sources.
By the way, Snow is saying that the show was actually spot on.
What?
Read the chat.
I was just cleaning my glasses, so it's like, oh, okay, one sec. But yeah, okay, so there's been see, the thing is, modern media likes to say it was magic mushrooms that made the berserkers berserk.
Well, read
Well,
Snow's post
yeah,
in the comments.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. No. Okay, so they did cannibals. They did shrooms, and they did not opium until the Chinese war came on. Yes, I agree. Okay, so Vikings eating other Vikings. That is from what I've seen from historical accounts and information. The Berserker state.
I think he said cannabis,
Yes.
not cannibals. Cannabis.
Cannabis. Oh, okay. I thought that said cannibals. Again, my reading's not exactly the best when I'm staring. I'm staring at the big screen, and the big screen doesn't exactly. The colors don't exactly sheen sometimes. They did cannabis. The cannabis is. Yes, he was. Cannabis. The whole cannabis thing. I don't agree with the cannabis thing, but because there's no evidence. I'd have to look into more evidence of them having cannabis, but that's neither here nor there. As for the berserking thing, it's there is evidence of other stuff being used. It was certain flowers and shit. No, they weren't. Yeah, that was the joke that ninjas could throw throwing stars at a helicopter and drop it. So.
Oh yeah, they were
Cannabis
used
is
as
an
means of distraction to help them escape.
Yeah, the one that I've seen historically. There's a flower. Yeah, I think it was something like that. It was some sort of flowers that they were using. And from what I was reading when I was looking into a recent thing on this, I gotta pay for that, by the way, and it's getting pricey, so I don't always pay for it.
I'm just saying in Vinland Saga you have a guy with 2 tiny knives. Well, very short stature, and you have giant Vikings. And this tiny guy is basically winning against giant enemies just from pure speed and skill alone. Now that should tell you what kind of show it is.
Yeah. Well, you could, again, skill can win you fights.
You're not gonna win with those tiny knives without any armor on. You ain't winning against somebody with armor and with a giant axe. Nope.
Yeah.
You ain't winning.
Yeah.
You did.
The trick was, yeah, the trick is if you're gonna do something like that, like I hate his 2 dagger style. I know what you're talking about. I hate that. And I've watched some of Vinland Saga, and I turned it down. Me and a friend had a huge argument over the over the mushroom thing, because the mushroom thing's a modern day attitude.
I liked Vinland Saga way before it was an anime, and I'm not telling you right now that you guys are missing the point if you're gonna be discussing stuff like that. It's really about the character development. The part that most people hate, the farm arc, is actually what gives Thorfinn the most character development. It's actually what shows. How it actually developed the story. Because beyond that, he actually chooses not to fight. It's like Rurouni Kenshin, but with more conviction and more humanity in the story. And also about Ascalon.
So, also, Vinland is technically Canada.
Isn't it Greenland, though?
No, it's Canada. Vinland is Canada.
I'm sure it's Greenland. Whatever.
I'd look it up, but yeah, I remember I looked up that.
It's based on an actual expedition there. And Thorfinn is, I think, an actual person.
Yes, he is. It's loosely based off stuff. But no, the flower stuff, yeah, I think it was some sort of flowers that they believed that they were drinking. They were drinking a tea made of it, and that's how they would go into the berserker states. But the mushroom thing is kind of all over the place. They did do mushrooms. I just don't know how much of that was actually took in, how much did, how much didn't. There's a really good Viking movie called The Norseman. It is... Yeah, oh, it is. Oh, I agree.
Again, I don't really care about details like that.
Yeah. Well, I know, but that's the thing. We can't prove the whole Berserker thing, Snow. That's the problem.
See, the main point of Vinland Saga, if you look at the overall story, is how Thorfinn actually earns the right to be a pacifist because of his past. You see how he tries to be a pacifist as much as possible beyond the farm arc. That's because we see his past. We see him grow up from being like an assassin kid who watched his father get murdered, with his whole reason for existence being revenge. And when that's taken from him, now he has no reason to exist. He has no reason to live. So he's lost for quite a while. That's why when he finally finds himself, when he finally figures out what he wants to do with life, he tries as much as possible to avoid fighting. That's why we never see him fight again. So yeah, I think that's what more people should focus on when doing reviews of stuff like that. I don't really care about the Viking stuff. That's all extraneous to me. It's like in Hayate the Combat Butler. People were... this is the funny thing. In Hayate the Combat Butler, when the manga was ending, all the other reviewers were thinking, oh, where is the King's Jewel? Oh, there's like 9 King's Jewels. No, there's 12 King's Jewels. As pointed out in the manga in chapter 252, blah, 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 blah. And a little bit later, the author is like, hey guys, I don't really know how many King's Jewels there are. Why don't you guys tell me so that there's no plot holes when I end the manga? Because, this was just about Hayate and Nagi getting together. Baka!
What was the other manga guy that did that? I remember there's one manga guy who was like, yeah, you guys are completely fucking wrong. This is actually what the story was about. Like, he actually went off. I can't remember the name of the manga. I do believe it eventually had an anime, but it was like, he went off and said, no, you guys were completely wrong.
Demon Slayer already ended long ago. Oh, you mean the anime?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the name of it was, but I remember people were like speculating all this stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you're completely wrong." Like, he basically blew the fan base out of the water, which was fucking great. I remember that. That was actually like, I just remember someone talking about that. I was like, "Oh, that sounds fucking cool." I looked into it. I just can't remember who it was. So there's a couple of them that kind of lost their shit. I know the guy who did. I know the guy who's been doing My Hero Academia has been at war with his fans for a while now. But it seems to be not like the other fan. Like Japanese fans love him, but the American fans hate him.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Fans tend to hear. Yeah, let's talk about something which has been irking me for quite a while. Like, people like to have this debate about Goku versus Saitama.
Oh.
One Punch Man versus Goku. As Goku apparently has infinite potential, and Saitama is just basically stronger than anyone. So, I don't see why fans like to have this debate, and we even have some guy making content measuring how much damage Saitama has done according to his actual feats in the manga versus how much damage Goku has done. And I'm like, bro, the answer is super simple. Saitama wins by design. It's not about really. No, this is one thing that really irks me. People always go, oh, it's because he has cartoon powers. He does not have cartoon powers. His very design is that you introduce a new character whoever this new character is, you introduce this character to be super duper powerful, and then Saitama is leagues stronger than that character by design.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's just it. It's that simple. I don't see why they don't get it.
So my thing with this is that we know Popeye beat Saitama hands down. Also, the joke, like I said, I totally agree with you. See, there are certain characters you can get away with that because there's what's called scaling. It's like
Yeah.
Superman
But
versus
Saitama
Invincible.
doesn't scale. Saitama scales whoever is the strongest character. Whoever
Yeah,
is
no,
the strongest
what we-
character, Saitama
Yeah, I
is league
agree.
stronger. That's his design.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I totally think what you just said is absolute truth. And I was gonna get into that. Let me explain this. Okay,
Right.
with someone like Superman versus Invincible,
Superman
can-
wins.
yeah, Superman wins.
Easy.
With Saitama, he's designed for one reason and one reason only. Saitama wins. That's it. He's
Exactly.
nothing else but that. Like my most famous thing, I think like that. That's his creational thing. Like he had one thing where there's him holding two black holes with one hand, and with no effort. I mean, like he is designed to be a broken thing. The reason he's designed to be that broken thing is to put other people in their place. Like when he fights everyone's favorite French lolly. What's her face there? The green-haired girl that a lot of people have been making fan art of. When she gets her ass kicked.
Oh,
that's
no,
when you
no,
know-
that's Sumaki.
Yeah. I like her big. I like her younger sister with the big boobs. But anyway, when that character gets her ass kicked, that's when you know shit's got real. So when Saitama is basically that puts you in a place situation. He's that secondary thing. Like the idea of making him like, I know the new manga, the new issues I was looking into and I was reading into. I think he. I'll never remember names if my life depends on it. This is why Alexis doesn't like me. No, the reason that character has like they want to make him like the guy who like the hero, they want to make him the hero of the story. The truth is, Saitama really isn't a hero in his own fucking story.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
others
in
who
all
are the
tip-
heroes. It's people like Moomin Rider, or
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that's the
Genos
point.
guy.
It's the people who are that's the point. It's the people who are fighting that inconditional loss. My neighbor's spraying stuff, so I gotta turn on my AC. Hold on, he's working on his
That's
bike
correct.
again. I really wish he would stop doing that. Work on his bike in his apartment. It's like if you're gonna spray something, go outside and spray it. Anyway, you're saying? Yeah,
Oh,
it's
just
people like
greeting new
Mugen
people in the chat.
Yeah, it's people like Mugen Rider. It's people like other entities that have existed. That's the design of Saitama. Like Saitama's supposed to be the thing at the end. He doesn't even want to be like that's the whole goal. It's like he's not that. And so I get a good laugh when I see this hero no one seems to catch that point. He's not the story is based off him, but it's not really his story. In all intents and purposes, he's meant to be a character who's beyond everybody for that.
I mean, the
that
game
purpose.
actually, the fighting game actually shows this. Like, there's a fight which goes on until Saitama arrives. So there's a timer until when Saitama arrives. Because when he arrives, he's gonna end that fight. So you can play as other characters. But
Yeah.
the timer
Well,
is
let's-
basically until Saitama arrives.
Yeah, and that's kind of a good running gag. I heard about that. I haven't played that one. I heard about it, but yeah, that's how it should be, because Saitama he's not there for that purpose. Like in all intents and purposes, him being a joke character and being this thing is like I said, even the creator who created it, he's also the guy who created Psycho Mob 100. He wanted to create something to show that there is this entity. Like this is the reason why do you think the only person, like they have a running gag now, the only person that could truly beat Saitama is Popeye. the
I
Sailor
know.
Man.
I know why.
And it's simple because Popeye, that's what he is. His sole purpose is he gets his ass kicked, ba-da-da-da-da, and he wins.
Yeah, he
That's
needs
his
spinach.
purpose.
He needs spinach, though. Saitama
Yeah.
can punch him out of existence before he gets his spinach.
No, he goes Super Saiyan. Popeye can go Super Saiyan. And Popeye is stupidly broken as a character. And that's the thing, though. It's and he's Toon Force. That's the thing. The Toon Force is an ultimate power. That was basically created by Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually created the Toon Force thing. I kind of thought that was funny. The whole idea of Toon Force being a thing, because it was never ever called that until like them. Well, yeah, but no one can beat Popeye. That's the whole point. In the cartoon, in the Toon universe stuff, Popeye is the unbeatable force. He's the unmovable object.
Yeah, he's more unbeatable in the comics, actually, because he doesn't even need the spinach. He just beats Pluto or Brutus.
No, he get him mad. That's the thing. Popeye doesn't care until you get him mad. Then he punches you out. That's kind of how it works.
In the cartoons, he needs his spinach. In the comics, he's just stronger than Brutus by default.
Well, like I said, he's so powerful. He punches creatures into their baser elements, for fuck's sake. He punches through time.
I mean, on that note, any cartoon character has that, like Asterisk, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, but Popeye is the broken beast. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just like what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying with Saitama. Like Superman versus Invincible, Superman versus Goku. All these characters are fundamentally, they have a scaling system.
Yep.
They are designed to win and lose. They can in their realities win and lose.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And someone like Saitama, you can't really win that fight. That's like, again, the idea of like I said, the whole Invincible thing. The only reason Superman can beat Invincible beats Superman up is because Invincible, the creator of Invincibles went, no, my character can win. That's it.
He can't
it's
win
one
versus Superman.
Yeah, but that's the joke. That's the running gag. That's the idea that this character is and he's not that, like, it's funny because the whole idea of Invincible is basically he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's invincible.
Yeah, he's very invincible. That's the thing. I mean, but that's the funny thing with the character, because eventually he does become the most powerful person out there, because eventually he builds up. It's all about scaling. Like him as a tail,
Yeah.
It's the underdog tail.
Give him a few hundred years, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, the LCX, you're not wrong if you've ever read the Invincible comics.
That's what I'm saying. I've read the entirety of the Invincible comics. Have you not figured that out yet?
Yeah, I know. I got good. That's what I caught. That's why I was bringing it. That's why I kind of brought it up. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of Invincible. I've always been a fan of the Image in universe. I've always been a fan of Wildcats. I was always a fan of, or as my friend likes to put it, sponsored X-Men,
Yeah.
and Spawn. I liked Spawn. I know Spawn's kind of stupid that I like that, but I was more like, when I looked at stuff, I liked the Lady Death. That era is a little bit of a
What
like
about,
Todd McFarlane.
yeah, what about
like-
Killua, Snow?
Who?
Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
No. Manga anime for me, my characters from anime that I like that are like kind of the dark. My characters for anime are like, for characters, like I kind of like I either like the peppy kind of like the gunsmith cast characters, or either like I don't like brooding idiots.
I see.
Yeah, I like those type of characters. I like these fun, over the top, like, yeah, they can be badasses, but they want to spend most of the time just chillaxing and just having a good time.
You love Batman, but
Yeah.
Spider-Man is number 2 only to Gambit.
I'm not a fan of. I have a love-hate relationship with Batman. I like Batman, but I like the Shadow more. I like Punisher. I like characters that are more either I like characters to an extreme in one direction, or characters in another direction. Like it's Batman's kind of that in between for me, and I never did like that. In a lot of ways, he's, you know, like, this is why I think that the things that make Batman good now in comics is the fact that he's one of the few superheroes that doesn't kill, and prep time. Like, that makes him good. Yes, the origin of Batman did use guns. He also murdered the Joker in his first issue. He hung him off his airplane. The Joker died in his first
the
introduction.
Shredder died in his first encounter with the Ninja Turtles, so yeah.
Yeah, but they bring him back multiple times. Well,
That's not the
Eastman
Shredder, that's a
Lamar-
clone. The real
Yeah,
one
and
died
then-
on that first fight.
Okay, so being that I know a little bit of, like, I actually own those comics back then. I actually wouldn't mind getting those comics again. But Eastman and Lar were legitimately murdered him off, and then it was other people taking the role of the Shredder. It's like the Shredder was a title. It wasn't really a role, you know.
He died. He lost. He lost because they ganged up on him.
Yeah, that's actually very ninja.
Yeah, but the next Shredder actually lost legitimately to Leonardo, so.
Yep.
And and of all people, he lost to flippin' Casey Jones.
Yep. Well, here's the thing about Shredder. I kind of, like I said, Shredder's interesting because there's so many incarnations of that of that character now. Like, I mean, you have like
Oh.
you have the original Shredder who dies in the first episode, and then there's like other Shredders take his role as time goes on. Then you got the cartoon Shredder. I want to conquer the Earth. Fucking, you know.
No,
fucking
yes,
that
no,
Shredder.
that's Krang. That's a Krang voice. Shredder has to sound a little bit more menacing.
Yeah, and then you got what came out afterwards, which is the Utron Shredder, which is fucking bad. Okay.
What? Where is that from? Where's that from? What do you mean Utrom Shredder?
That's TMNT. That's the 2001
What?
Shredder.
Are you saying he's an alien?
Yes,
What
he actually
the
is. He's
fudge?
Utron.
Well, I
Yeah,
never
they
watched
actually
that
turned
show.
him. Yeah. Actually, he's a badass in that one.
Anyone want your Batman script? Send it along. Snow.
Yeah.
Send it in.
Yeah. So that's the thing about that with Utron Shredder. That is an interesting
kidding.
Shredder. I like that Shredder actually, because that Shredder is a lot more dangerous, and I like the idea of him being around for a while. I like the idea of
Movie Shredder was
Yeah.
pretty good. Cyber Shredder.
which one was that?
I think it was the second movie or the second movie, I believe.
The second movie was Super Shredder.
live action movie.
Yes, Secret of the Ooze was not. It wasn't. It was Super Shredder, not Cyber Shredder.
Okay.
And that, do you know that was actually a wrestler?
I did not.
There's that. Yeah, it was actually a well-known wrestler. It was Kevin Nash,
Really?
well known as Big. Yeah, was Big Diesel, and also was also the leader of the NWO.
Just
And he
Diesel, I
got
think.
yeah. You know what's funny about it? There was supposed to be a fight sequence in that movie. I'm a Ninja Turtle freak. I know a lot about that. There was supposed to be a fight sequence. They had it ready for the fight sequence. Then they had to cut the fight sequence. So not only did he have to fucking wear this makeup
Hey,
4
British man.
times. Yeah. Hello. This guy had to wear the makeup 4 times in a row. He literally was supposed to do this fight, and the fight never happened. And it pissed him right the fuck off. Like, oh, that make him mad. And he was just really kind of like annoyed by that. But there was supposed to be a big fight sequence, and they didn't let it happen. There's a rumor going around. The reason it didn't happen is that Vanilla Ice apparently wanted more money for his Go Ninja rap. Remember that, LCX? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go!
Too slow.
Go!
You're doing it too
It's a
slow.
ninja rap. yeah, it's a ninja rap. Yeah. That's just funny that's apparently the rumor that he wanted more money and that's why the whole thing got cut. That's been a rumor for years. I don't know how much of that's actually true though. That could be disputed now after this time.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I used to get the Ninja Turtle magazines back in the day. I don't have them now, but I used to have those back in the day.
I still have
also
my
got-
Archie Meets the Ninja Turtles comics. It's in good condition too.
Do you have the Archie Meets the Punisher? I might be interested in those. No. See, the Archie Meets the Punisher is the one I want to get my hands on because I'm a Punisher fan. I mainly want to pick up War Journal and there's like 2 or 3 different ones I want to pick up, but they're mostly like Warzone and War Journal, and then like occasional like bits and pieces, like Punisher meets Archie is one I want to pick up, and a couple others, but that's about it.
See, I don't really collect comic books. I just kept the ones I had.
I got the comic book where Punisher gets in a fight with Wolverine. He blows his ball sack off, blows his face off, and then runs him over with a fucking forklift.
Yeah, the one where he fights with Duckhead.
Yeah, I don't have that one, but I did at one time have the one where he basically
He dies!
blew the hell out of him.
He dies.
Yeah, that's also
He loses.
the one with Lego in it, if I remember correctly.
He lost. And then he got resurrected as some kind of monster. Some kind of Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, someone at my door. The Punisher has different things that he's done over the years. It all depends on what you're looking for. Batman has been one of the epic characters over the years, though. And Batman's done everything.
Go see who's at your door. It's fine.
He's fought the aliens. Batman has fought the aliens. Batman has fought Predator. Batman has fought
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Yeah. So, born on a Monday, wed on a Tuesday, I think.
Anointed or something.
Yeah. Oh, Batman's taken out gods. But Batman, my funny thing with Batman is he's fought the Shadow. He fought his own incarnation, because the Shadow is basically Batman. Like, you can trace everything that the Shadow did to something Batman would have done back in the day. He's met the Ninja Turtles, which makes me kind of question that one, because it puts the Ninja Turtles in the DC universe, but it also says New York exists. How the fuck does New York exist? Gotham is New York.
I mean, they could just make up a story like they did for 0 Hour.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be a New York. in the universe.
Again, they could just make like a 0-hour story, so it's just an alternate dimension, an alternate timeline.
They did that. They did that with the. TV with the other one. Gotham isn't Gotham.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Gotham.
have you seen like Superman meets Centurion, Alpha Centurion?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, seen.
Well,
No, not
Superman's
seen.
meant-
I mean,
yeah.
read. I mean. Yeah,
Well, you wanna
Superman
talk about
meets
Sil-
Alpha Centurion from the 0-hour story, or Tim Drake meets Dick Grayson Robin.
So you're gonna laugh at this. You're gonna laugh at this, LCX. Do you know that the Ghostbusters have had a crossover with Transformers?
Nope.
Yep, that exists. That's real.
Okay,
Hello, Zom.
that's weird. Hello, zombie. That's just weird.
Yeah, they have and there are ghost busting. We now know that Transformers have souls because they can turn into ghosts.
I mean, that's fine, I think, because they are sentient beings. So even the movies kind of established that they're like organic machines.
Yes, Starscream is apparently a ghost. Yeah, I've heard that. I've that reference has been brought up. I don't like that personally. For me, like I don't know. I kind of have a hit and miss with that. Like
Also, in the original Transformers cartoons, remember Optimus Prime dies?
yeah, Logan didn't take care of that situation, did you, Logan? Logan has a situation.
Logan has a situation. What?
We'll talk about it later. I'm just my phone's going beep 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 beep. I'm like, oh, see, he had the same situation ours had a couple months ago.
I don't get it. What is it?
Look at his chat and look at what popped in 8 times.
Oh, there's a hacker. There's a spammer.
Yeah, spammer. Yeah, he's
Is
being
it
spammed.
Robert Kraken General? It's Robert Kraken General. I'll take
Yeah,
care of this. I'm gonna take care of this.
Yeah, yeah,
Goodbye.
yeah. He just got it.
There you go. It's Robert Kraken General. He's been hacked again. I'm gonna ban him. Bye bye.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
I took care of it.
There you go.
Delete.
Yeah, everyone
Delete.
hated Hot.
Delete.
I agree.
I'm a purge this. Delete. Easy. Even
So
left some messages inside of the voice chat.
yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised by that. That's a definite bot hit.
Yep.
Transformers. Okay, can I be honest? This is Discord can do that. It just happens.
It's a bot.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite's when Discord when someone gets hacked and I get this message that like apparently I'm surprised you said all this evil stuff and I can't believe that and you have to go to this Discord site. You have to go to this Discord to prove your worth. And I'm like, how about you go fuck yourself?
Yeah. Right.
When that happened to me the first time, I said, "What the fuck, man?" And it's like it didn't respond because I knew it was a bot. And it's like, "Oh, it must be a bot." And then 5 minutes later, I get another message from somebody else. Dude, I got hacked. He created an alt account. So the reason I have like 3 alt accounts now on Discord is because that way I have two lives and 1 inactive if something happens to one of the live ones. And I have it done purposely to protect my to protect my interests.
I see. Huh.
Yeah. Well, I hate
okay.
that I have to do that, but it's how
This
life
is
is,
all
right?
the hacking, Elijah. It's very simple. Rubber Crack in general gets hacked every now and then because he likes to engage with his trolls. So that happens.
Yeah, I don't engage with my trolls that often. I don't get very many because most of the time I just don't want to waste my time. I think you're the only troll I engage with, LCX. You and your Conan lore. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Is that my fault
So-
if Logan believes it?
No, it's not your fault if Logan believes it, but it is kind of funny. It's like, yeah, Logan, it's for kids. I mean, there's like a woman gets her head cut off in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Well, he doesn't know that. Because he said it himself. Then he said like, what did he say again? It's so cheesy, nobody takes it seriously. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play along with this guy. There we go.
Yep. So for me, I get a good laugh because it's like Conan. Like at one time, Conan had an X rating in certain places. Well, that's because you're ignorant, Elijah Brown.
Who's Robert E. Howard?
Robert E. Howard's the creator of Conan, Solomon Kane, and two other characters, and Brawl the Conqueror, and loosely helped create the H.P. Lovecraft world. You want to watch Howard Duck again? Sorry, Elijah. You gotta understand, I am a huge Robert E. Howard fan, regardless of how people feel about his work. And I know he's one of the innovators of the whole white savior thing that pisses a lot of people off. But his writings are fucking amazing if you actually read them. It's like hating H.P. Lovecraft because he had a cat named by a very bad thing. That he absolutely loved the cat, but he named it a bad thing. And it's like, okay, have you not trolled somebody before? Have you not done something stupid like that in your life? Like everyone does.
I don't understand. Whatever.
Okay, look up the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat. I'd say ask Lexus to look up H.P. Lovecraft's cat. but that might lead us down a very bad dark rabbit hole.
Oh. It's called Nigger Man.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Oh, I can.
Yes. I can't say it on YouTube because we have Canada laws, and Canada laws don't allow me to say stuff like that.
We don't have such laws here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, again, Solden, I get that, but if you read again, Elijah, the reason Robert E. Howard is really good at writing stories that bring you in.
Words
Like
can't
they're
be,
phenomenal reads.
words can't be offensive unless they're actually used offensively.
Yeah, I know, but you know, Canada doesn't have those. Or, to take something into consideration, someone said a racial thing, so someone else shot him, and the guy got off on self-defense in Canada. That's a recent thing.
OMG, now it's reserved only for certain people. That's BS. I'm not going to get into a discussion about that.
Yeah. I can't really talk about it because I'm in Canada and the laws are weird right now.
I'm not getting into a discussion about that because YouTube takes a transcript of everything and he's stupid about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. To me, a lot of this stuff. But no. But H.P. Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard are innovators of history, and their writings are phenomenal. That's why I like. Robert E. Howard. I'm sad that he was so depressed he ended up killing himself. That's a horrible thing, and it left H.P. Lovecraft alone with one of his best friends going, and that pretty much caused him more issues in his life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? It was the depression that did it. And I don't mean by depression as in he was sad. I mean legitimately, Robert E. Howard was fucking making penny. Like, if you think about how iconic creations.
Most great authors become famous only after their death. Ain't a new thing.
Yeah. No, it's not a new thing. It's been around for a while. But what I mean by this is, like, he was making pennies a day on his work. And now it's a super franchise.
Exactly. Because most great authors become recognized posthumously.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like yours truly. Yep.
I don't think so. I think, what are you at, 1,000 subscribers? 1,000 people have recognized you at least one way, shape, or form.
1,000 people have recognized me. How many of those people have actually read any of my stories?
Well, it doesn't matter. You've had 1,000 people recognize you, so that's 1,000 people recognizing you. So that's
Nope.
What's your subscriber count right now, LCX?
2 point something.
2,000 something. So 2,000 people have recognized that LCX exists on one way, shape, or form.
Nope,
For most people in real life, that doesn't matter. Like,
Bro, let me give you an actual breakdown though. Like, out of those 2,000 people, I get like maybe 6 people watching me at a time. When I stream, out of those 6 people watching me, I'm lucky if there's one person there who has actually read my works and sincerely likes them, or at least has given me a review of them. That's the reality.
Yeah, but that's again, like, I look at like the fact that we've been recognized by at least that many people. That's kind of how I see it.
Meh.
And so I'm happy with the fact that 300 people have said, "Hey, this guy isn't a complete fucking idiot." And I actually like what I'm hearing.
So, thank you. I believe you. From one author to another, I believe you.
I've read a couple of them. Not all of them, but I have read a couple of them.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, I have. Because I legitimately critiqued them and said said how I felt about it. And then, well, the audio and that one audio thing, I've actually talked about it with you, so I've actually paid attention to some of your work.
If you say
Not
so.
all your work. Not all your work, unfortunately, and I don't deny that, because not all your work reaches out to me. So, I'm honest.
If you say so.
Yep. But no, my like I said, and I highly doubt you've read any of my work. So I'm like, eh.
How can I read any of your works? You've never actually shared them with me.
I've shared a couple of my story lore ideas and stuff like that.
That's an idea. That's an actual story.
Well, again, because I don't do stories, I do storyboards.
Oh, that's still not a story. So how can I read anything you haven't actually written?
No, I have. I've written storyboards. I've sent you the story layouts and the lores and stuff like that. The stuff I've worked on. I'm not 100% sure if you've read
A
those.
storyboard is an idea for a story. It's not an actual story. Gotta sit
Well,
down and actually do the work.
How about this? You want to see one of my live stories? Come to a D&D day, a D&D game.
I don't consider those stories. I consider those LARPing.
Yeah, but again, see, you're not interested in my work. That's my inventive creativeness.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Hey, who knows, LCX? You could get yourself working as a DM in your country, and who knows, you'll make some money.
There is no demand for that here. See,
No, you
those
don't
who,
know.
here's the thing about Filipinos, which you don't seem to get. Filipinos have a superstar complex. So, if there's a group of people and they want to play D&D, they will all want to be the DM.
You think so?
Exactly. They will.
But I had to do that to you a little bit. But no, like I said, if you came to the story, you know the story of the situation. I wrote 2,000 years of lore to that world.
Uh-huh.
So to say that doesn't have that's LARPing, Elle, is kind of insulting.
Okay.
I mean that's But no, that's just like I don't expect that some people don't like D&D and they're not gonna have any interest in Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm definitely not interested in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons is a social game for social people.
Yep. They can be. It is designed for art play and stuff.
Let's see, an outline is not a novel. Says no.
No, but I have put 2,000 years of lore together for the world and how the world exists within those 2,000 years.
I mean, that's an achievement. I still wouldn't call that a story, though.
Well, it is a story. It's a story of my world. It's the lore of the world and how the world existed and how the world shifted and how the world, how the first great cataclysm happened, and how we led into the second cataclysm, and stuff like that.
You're into the 80s Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Yes. That cartoon that completely misses the point of Dungeons and Dragons. Yep. Man, Mr.
Yes
Warrior
and no.
Guy doesn't even use a sword. He can only use a shield. And nobody ever levels up in that cartoon. No, nobody even gains any new abilities because whoever made that cartoon probably does not even know D&D.
Well, they use new abilities as time goes on. They shift and do silly stuff with it. D&D cartoon is not necessarily. And as for that, LCX, as someone who's watched the show and knows D&D, because again, you really not put the effort into Dungeons and Dragons. There are lore stuff in the setting that are there.
Yeah.
Avenger is an actual character in D&D, and it was so lore heavy that Avenger became a character in Dungeons and Dragons. Tiamat, the multi-headed dragon, is a creature. It's a god. Well, technically, that you are right. They did fuck up the lore, but Tiamat is an actual entity in the setting.
Hey, you have a challenge from Snow, by the way.
What?
You have a challenge from Snow. Tell us a story of legend from your incredibly well-fleshed-out lore.
Okay, what do you?
Go for it.
You want to hear about the first prince of Elle-C, or do you want to hear?
Just go for
Rise
it.
of the Kingdom of
Whatever
Shadow?
you want to share, whatever you want, whatever you need.
Yeah. Or do you want to hear the ancient stories of the barbarians of the Northlands?
It's
I give you guys
it's your story. It's your choice. Just go for it.
Okay. So the first prince, during the first age of Elle-C, before it was called Elle-C, it was called Cassandra. Cassandra was originally a conquered land of the Roman Empire. Well, my version of Rome. This was considered the first emperor. The first emperor basically conquered most of the land. But what happened was there was a cataclysm between the two great dragons. One being the Blizzard Dragon, the Dragon of the Great North, and the Dragon of the South. When they started fighting, this caused an issue where the land started shifting and the water couldn't be sailed. So the empire was separated from its satellite states. So unfortunately, they started losing. Now they started losing to the individuals known as the Travelers. There were at one time 7, but some say there were 12, some say there were 8. But the 7 great Travelers, one becoming the first known prince, met up with one of the largest tribes of what is known in my world as Elle-C now. By this prince, he ended up these guys using their technology and whatever equipment or gear they brought with them when they went into my world. They conquered and defeated and pushed back the Romans. Now, the first prince became obsessed with immortality. He didn't want to die. And as time went on, they started realizing by being in this world, they were dying. They were growing old. So this was a concept to these individuals known as the Travelers, that they never knew what death was. To them, their outside reality didn't have that. So he started looking at memes to do this. He went back to what was known as the four great pillars, and tried to use the power of these pillars to basically give him his not make him immortal. He wants to be pure immortal. No more of this dying stuff. When one of his companions died, that triggered this obsession with death. By doing this, he unfortunately made him the first vampire. This created the Age of Darkness. During this time, the Age of Darkness basically swept through the entire land because he was controlled and he was an evil vampire and he was going around destroying and killing people. This is where they created the Dark Rings of Ascaru and the Dark Ring and the Circlets of Enslavement. The Circlets of Enslavement and the rings were basically designed for two purposes. You put the ring on to control somebody, to basically make it that they come back from the dead. You put the circlets on to control their minds. So anybody who wears both items no matter how many times they die, they'll come back as undead zombies. Some sort of undead flesh. Now, I could probably flesh this out to make it more story-oriented, but this is more based off the lore of that. So, if we were to come from... Now, right during this time, someone from the Northlands, one of the travelers who traveled on and traveled into the Northlands, he comes back with a group of Vikings, the Vikings who come down. And this is where the vampire fought one of the fellow travelers, and she basically helped beat out his armies. And then one of the individuals who came in, you're either shocked or you hate the fact I wrote how little this is. This is me taking off the top of my head. I'm not looking at my notes. Because of the great betrayal of one of his many vampire queens, and one of the sons of a murdered mother, basically mother got destroyed, died. This whole scenario kind of took out. He got killed, and because of his death, their empire fell, and this created the first Silent Queen. The Silent Queen is a legacy of queens that do not talk, due to the fact that the original Silent Queen was the Traveler, and apparently she couldn't speak. At first, originally, when the legacy of someone who would become a queen, she'd cut out her own tongue. Yeah, so that's the story of the first vampire emperor, the Dark Prince. The vampire emperor had a legend that came from. There's a legend that if you were to gather the crown, the amulet, his dagger, which would slowly shift into a sword by getting other pieces of this dagger, you could make it bigger. It would become more powerful. By getting these dark pieces together, you could resurrect this man. The crown was also a mask. So when you put the crown on your head, on the head of a human being, the person would slowly transform into the vampire emperor. The Vampire Emperor had his minions that went through the land, one of them being Skeletor. I know, just fucking go with it. It became, actually he wasn't Skeletor originally, he was just a Lich. The Lich shifted to Skeletor because my players started making Skeletor references and buff Liches, so I turned him into Skeletor. That's me just changing the story to help the players out. So, who was the demon that bound the Lich? Not all lichdoms exist in that term, but if you want to know, the way he did his was based off the potion trick, and keep in mind he also kind of was a worshiper of the hand-eye of Vecna. Now, the demon, if you're talking about the demon that bound so if you want to talk about the demon who bound Skeletor, that was... No, Vecna, I didn't say Vecna, but Vecna is technically the gods of Lichdom now, according to the lore. But Vecna is one of the first Liches. He's not the first Lich. Yes, it is a long-running joke. If you want to get even more jokey, have you ever heard of the head of Vecna? For those that don't know, there is no head of Vecna. But there are players that believe that you can cut off your own head and put the head of a corpse, that people would use the head of Vecna. People actually fell for this joke. So, is there anything else you want to know about the game world? Would you like to talk about the era of the rising of the first plateau, where the snake that circled the entire world might be references to the great snake from Viking lore? Okay. What would you like to know about the Egyptian setting and how their world ended due to the Travelers? The Travelers' shenanigans is based off of the entities that existed. Yeah, Yo-Yo Martyr. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's basically a reference to that. The Vikings believe it's that, but no one knows exactly what it is. There's also the multiple different orcs that exist in my setting due to certain things. Not every orc tribe sounds like that. I don't know who that is actually, but I have a lot of lore for the setting. The setting has been something I've manipulated and played with for a very long time. The setting had the game world is 3 years old. So to say that 2,000 years has expanded to like a lot longer is constantly moving. And the game world's constantly evolving. So the main traveler is a reference to Samus that was a running gag because I saw a picture of Samus wearing like medieval knight uniform, like her power armor was like a medieval knight thing. So I turned it into that as a running gag. But that be some of this turns into gags, but it's mainly my ideas. There are 7 known dragons in the world that control the weather and environments in some ways. There are 7. There are 7, 13, and 7 are the traditional numbers that I have in the setting that are constantly being appeared. So if we were going to talk about, you'd have like the 7 shards of power, the 7 thrones of this, the 7 that, the 13 this. There's always something like that. And then there's also the player lore. Now, keep in mind, I had a little small town called Ironroot in the setting. Ironroot is a small little village that was run by an eccentric dwarf. This dwarf was a dwarven craftsman that was known for his craftsman, but he believed that because no one but God could make a perfect item, he would purposely or unconsciously not make something great. Because of this, a lot of his gear and equipment had interesting stuff. Like, for example, he had a jail cell in his basement. That was a jail cell. Unfortunately, his dumb ass didn't put a place that you could lock the door. So the door was, you could open the door. He was always notorious for doing that, but he was an amazing weaponsmith. As time went on, yes, this was his brain not comprehending that for whatever reason. As time went on, the adventurers who kept coming to this place, they bought land here, they bought gear, they bought equipment, they bought food, they bought, they started buying houses in the area. They started making it a side project. They sold property in the area. It slowly expanded into a massive, the city. And now it actually is the capital of the game world because of the players' involvement. The players helped create this city. The city grew over the last 10, the game world has expanded about 15 years. That's the time frame I have for the game world. So far, out of the last 3 years, 15 years have gone by. And that's what shifted. At least in Elle-C. Other places have had different time issues. For example, the barbarians have shifted completely. They're now more of an industrial age at this point. Okay, so any other questions? No? Okay. So anything you want to add to this LCX?
Yeah. I think you should write stories for gacha games. Yep.
Yeah. How many people are engaged in your campaign? I have had up to 12 people show up to the table so far. How many players are playing right now are 4. We had to kick out one because he was acting like an ass. If Run Panda sticks around, we'll have 5. Oh no, I've had more than 12. I'd actually have to say I've had up to 15 players show up to the table in the last 3 years. Oh, real lucky. Considering the fact that my table is I run a 2nd edition game. I run AD&D in 2nd edition. I do not run 5e. Well, I could get players in there every day of the week if I was running a 5e table. But I refuse to run a 5e table. Yeah, no, like I said, this is off the cuff of my head. I know my game world's it's all pretty much in there. I gotta sometimes think of stuff and use references, but I rarely have to use references because I work on the game world all the time. That takes a lot of my hobby. If I'm not doing something else or work, I'll be working on an odd job and I'll be thinking, oh, you know what? Did I add this? Maybe I should write that down. Maybe I should write this down. I wonder what was going on over here. Maybe I should think about that. Now is all the game world written up? No, not all the game world's written up. The game world right now I have written up is I have the setting the other continent of Adam is written up. That's done. That's as far as anybody's concerned. That setting's done. I don't need to worry about that setting anymore. It's pretty much dead. The Roman setting is active right now. Is very active. Loose bits and pieces of where my Africa / Mexico / dinosaur world, Savage Lands. That's loosely written up. There's not everything there. My Arabian setting, my El Qadim setting, is loosely written up. My Spelljammer setting is not. That's totally fucking open to gear. There's like 2 factions that are fundamentally made. My Call of Cthulhu area, that's loosely written up. the active settings that are the Spanish setting is actually being written up now as I'm working on it. The Oriental setting is completely written up. The Chinese setting is completely written up. It's all ready to go. I can run anything in there anytime. And obviously, the place where everyone plays is Alexa, is Elle-C, the Kingdom of Elle-C. That is written up in its entirety. I can tell you who, for example, okay, let's take a city. I'll take a map. Do you mind if I send you a screenshot, LCX? You want to put a map up?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this, L, but people ask me about my D&D. I have to sell it, L. Give me a sec there. I got it somewhere. Ooh. I'm certain it's here. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, wrong way. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, guys. I'll send it to you right now. There should be 2. There you go.
Where are you sending it?
DMing it to you.
Oh, okay. Congrats! Oh, whatever.
Do I use the Inquire or Inquire? I can't read it too much.
Probably some writing tool for outlining lore or something.
Probably not. So, okay. So
He uses a notebook, like so.
yeah. There's your city map. There's your key for the Kingdom of Elle-C. And there's Elle-C. All hand drawn. I don't care if it looks kiddish. I don't give a shit. I do have to redraw some stuff, but yeah. There you go. So pick a city, any city, pick a city on the key, and I can give you a little backstory lore if you want for each area.
Uses the eye of the mind. Eat your life's ether.
The players have played in all these locations. Not every location, but I've had the players screw around with most of them. Yeah, I have 2 or 3 notebooks that are basically it. Oh, okay. I don't use it. I just write in a notebook. So yeah, if you guys wanted to pick a place on there, I could give you some lore. But that's basically what I'm saying. Like I really do like. So when I say I've worked on a lot of tales.
It's not the same as writing a story.
Yeah. I just don't write stories. I like writing lore.
Yeah, just saying, this is not the same as writing a story.
No, it's not. But you know, this is probably the first you've ever heard of all this lore, right?
Nope.
I've brought it up with you a couple times. I just don't know if you've actually looked at it. That's kind of the point I was trying to make. But no, I love showing people this. Yeah, I love working on this. This is like to me, it's a passion project. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't ever plan on ever making money off this. I wish I could. You know, maybe I should go to that. Maybe I should go to that D&D university. Get paid $2,000 to have someone tell me if my game world's not shit.
There's a university for D&D.
Oh, you know what? You know what, LCX? I want you to hear. I want you to look at this because this. I wonder what your thoughts would be on this. I'll send this to you right now.
Alright.
Because you will laugh. I'll give you a breakdown, but if you want to look at this, you might think this is funny as fuck.
Okay.
I can find it. It's D&D University. I want you to see this. This is why I was making that joke to you. Okay. So Dungeons and Dragons University is. I've talked about it in the Rumble, and I actually have a video if you want to know a little more. But official Dungeons and Dragons University coming in 2026. If you ever thought of upping your skills as a DM, you might just be in luck, assuming that you're willing to spend a few days of your life and some serious gold pieces for a officially new licensed Dungeons & Dragons University that is now accepting students. The event, which is described as a 2-day synopsis that will be taking place in January 2020. Yeah. So, to kind of break this down in a nutshell.
How can they call it a university when it's just a 2-day symposium?
Yep. Yeah, I love that, right? It gets better.
Nah, it's a cash grab.
It is. Oh, it gets better. Like,
it's a cash grab. You attend this symposium, you get like a shiny certificate or something, and now you're officially a graduate of this DM university, and now you're qualified for what?
Yep.
You're qualified to play D&D. To host a D&D session. The French.
Yeah. Can I send this to your Discord? I mean your chat.
Send there. Send there.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this is such a scam on so many ways, and I find it pisses me off as a DM because you could do the same thing that this is doing now by just goddamn. You can do this by yourself. Like you
so
do not need.
How much do they charge for this?
$995. $1,500,
2,250. 195 is the minimum I'm using for a 2-day symposium.
Yep. Oh, by the way, you're not allowed to be there, and you can't go to other events to do this for the Game Lab. I think this is a little dirty as a DM because, as a DM, in my opinion, there are free places you can go. There are let's say I went to a convention, a 5e convention. There were guys literally doing the same thing, and it didn't cost a fucking cent. And they would show you their game world. I don't mind showing my game world. I think my game world's kind of cool.
I mean, you
It's
have.
mine.
I mean, no matter what anyone says, you have experience as a DM. I don't think you need. I don't think you need any kind of validation from from the official creators of the game to actually be a DM.
Yeah. The funny thing is, half these people aren't official creators of DMs. Half these people
there
are
you
people
go.
that like. Yeah, they're not even like they're just people that are part of the industry that is Dungeons and Dragons.
That's even worse.
Yeah, the only guy that's kind of left from the actual OG D&D stuff is Ed Greenwood, and he's kind of not a part of the industry at this point. He doesn't care. Like, there are some guys from Spelljammer era, and there's a couple other creators that still exist, but the majority of the creators have stepped away from Dungeons & Dragons. The novelization, there's still a couple of those guys kicking around, but they're also stepped away. Actually, one of the players who worked on Dragonlance, the guys who created the lore and the legends and the books for Dragonlance, have been suing D&D over this shit that they've done. Raven, keep in mind, Snow, Ravenloft is and is not Dungeons and Dragons. Remember that TSR originally bought Ravenloft? Ravenloft was its own separate entity at one point. And they technically lost the rights to Ravenloft and had to rebuy it again. Yeah, but this is to me, this is insulting as a DM. Like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been playing for 30 years.
Yep.
So and I've been DMing for 20. I think this shit is shit. Why are you asking? No, I do not. That's a private. And if I did, I might be lying. I don't put first rule of DMing. Never put relationship characters in your game. If it's someone you have a relationship issue, do not put your wife in the game. That's first rule of DMing. The reason is that the players will see that character and they'll get mad and they'll want to kill the character, or it causes issues. Oh, it always causes issues. You never put your girlfriends in D&D. That's a D&D no-no. But see, LCX, look, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you were to get a seminar going, LCX, and for 10,000 pesos.
No one cares about that sort of stuff here.
That to me is absurd. How would, look, I know, but you can make a card game store. There you go, LCX. You can sell Magic cards, make thousands and thousands of dollars making Magic cards.
You think people don't already do that here? There's like official retailers here, and people who do that here already have a foothold on the industry. They're not gonna break in as a newbie.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking though. I'm just saying that there's the. But hey, you know what? D&D seminars. Maybe you make thousands of dollars doing that. I think that's funny. I think it's funny that they're doing this. And the sad thing is, there's going to be players that buy into this, thinking that it's going to give them some official thing to be a a D&D person. I don't believe in that shit personally. I think it's cool that people make money off D&D. I've met people that actually pay to do Dungeons and Dragons, and that's cool. I think that's kind of neat.
Like Adobe used to do that too. Like you could be called an Adobe Photoshop certified expert, and you had to take the exam, but mostly just pay to be certified, and you had to go to Cebu City to do that. But most companies don't really care. They're like, do you have experience with Photoshop? No, show us what you can do. Yep. And I think that's much better. As meritocracy. Show us what you can really do, not your flippin' certificates.
Yeah, well, that's, like I said, this is why I think universities have become failures in society. Like, my friend's apprenticeship as a locksmith. He makes more money being a locksmith than he did his university work. He took all this stuff to study to be a lawyer, and he makes money off of being an accountanship. I got a friend of mine who makes more money being a pilot, and he spent all his life doing this, and it's like, it's not worth it. Like, I've met a couple people. Oh, my favorite is LCX. Back in the day in universities, we had the computer courses. There's no industry for computer courses here.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people took these courses. Now? Yeah, even now. There's nothing here.
Interesting.
I even made the joke.
Science,
I said
computer engineering. Nothing.
No, nothing. Well, look, even okay. A lot of I've have friends of mine who work in the mining industry. The work to use the computers to do the mining for the mining industry is so little compared to the actual work. He said, like, yeah, they're using old Windows programs. They're not using anything new. They're not using the most top of the line programs to run these drilling machines. It's fucking old Windows.
So, yeah, on that note, my sister, as you probably know, is a paralegal there, and apparently her skill is in high demand because she took this course, like this seminar. I think it was a month-long or a week-long seminar in the U.S. for e-discovery, whatever that is. Basically managing databases of cases, and now her skill is in high demand in the paralegal industry in Canada. I'm like, what do you do? Do you just do a Google search? But she said that it's more like you manage the databases within whichever company you're working on.
So basically, she runs spreadsheet.
Yeah, something like that.
it literally is a spreadsheet shit. You would be surprised how often that shit happens in society.
But basically, it's so huge. Basically, the database is so huge that you apparently need this e-discovery certification in order to run it. Whatever.
It seems absolutely silly, but no. I know people who have made money here. Yeah, Access database. Yeah, it's just, like I said, you could run that. You could run it as a spreadsheet program, for fuck's sakes. Like, you put the name of the person, then by clicking on said name, the spreadsheet opens up. The spreadsheet has all the information of the person's name. There you go. 1, 2, 3. But no, a lot of this stuff has been silly. A lot of the stuff in society has been silly. But no, a lot of hardware is not running. Like, we are so out of date.
I mean, that's how I got my previous job as a virtual assistant. Like, my employer asked me in the interview, do you have any experience working with WordPress? I'm like, bro, I don't have any experience working with WordPress, but I can make you like a PHP file. I can make you a website using just Notepad with HTML. I can make a PHP file using Notepad. So, yeah, you want me to work with a CMS like WordPress, content management system? Yeah. Yeah, give me like 1 day. Give me like all of 1 day to learn it. And I'll teach you about it.
Yeah, it's silly. It's silly, some of this stuff. But yeah, no, I agree. But no, I thought it was kind of amusing with the stuff like that. But no, when I say I have lore like that, if you want to challenge that, it's no, I've done a lot. Like the Last Rest, aka Halden, is also known as is the place before you reach what are called, which is the island known as the Silver Bowl, and that has its own lore and legends and stuff. I even got a map for that if you want to see that.
I think what's really silly is a lot of employers, especially companies, especially big ones, requiring certification, requiring like official certification in order to do something you could teach someone to do like in 1 day or a few hours. I mean, a lot of these tasks are just human interest tasks. Like it's the same thing that you could teach somebody working at fast food.
Yep, it's a lot of it can be trained. Well, this is why I think apprenticeships should come back. Like, I actually am really sad that apprenticeships don't exist anymore. Like, I've met quite a few people I know who learned more from their dad than they did in their own fucking job, and they're doing the jobs they're doing now. Like, I have a friend of mine who is a mechanic, and she learned more from her dad,
Bro.
and then she did from courses that she took.
Oh, I have something similar to that. Like the electrician who worked on the electrical wirings over here. He had a son with him who was actually test certified, so that's government certified, a government certified electrician. He had a son with him, and he was ordering the son around. He has 0 certification, and he was scolding the son. No, you don't touch that. You don't touch that unless you want to get fried. Now listen to me. I'm like, yeah, because this guy is actually an experienced electrician who, actually has the qualification based on experience to do the stuff he does. Unlike his son who is a fresh graduate from the government, from an actual certified course, has 0 actual work experience.
Yeah, that's about right, and it's just kind of funny how that works.
Yep.
I
Meritocracy.
find it fun.
We need to evolve society into a true meritocracy.
I don't know. It's just society needs. I think a lot of it is that we laid a lot of people off and we fired a lot of people because they didn't meet a criteria that benefits a DEI hire, and then we hired in a bunch of people that have no skill and knowledge. I run into truckers in my city. Like, I almost died 3 times because in the last couple of years, my 3 most dangerous situations have been from truckers. And that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Nice, Loli.
So I kind of hate that shit. And it's like, it's been,
Just laughing. I made some new designs.
Yeah. So one trucker, a good experience. Me and my friend are going somewhere, and we're heading into our local Pizza Hut. And as we're going into the local Pizza Hut, there's a trucker coming in, and he goes past 4 fucking things, hits 2 parked cars, and barreling towards me and my friend.
Okay.
My friend, we both get out because we're like, oh my god, he just hit 2 cars. He's still coming. Like, he clipped a bunch of cars coming up. My friend backs up his car, and he's almost going to barrel down on him. And we slide in. My friend gets out of the fucking car with one of his like a brake hammer. Do you know what a brake hammer is?
Brake hammer? Nope.
It's a hammer designed to break glass.
Oh yeah, I know that.
He climbs up onto the vehicle, shatters the fucking glass and screams at the guy, "Get the fuck out of the car! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck!" He starts, because this is a huge transport truck. He almost ran like he literally shattered the window, screamed at the guy, "Get the fuck out!" And the guy's like, "What are you doing? What are you, fucking police, police!" Because he started screaming he's a cop. Because my friend's a police officer. He literally arrested him right then and there. Like, this guy had no experience, no knowledge, could barely speak English, and here he is driving around my town with a giant transport truck.
How did he get the job anyways?
Starts with a D, E, I.
Okay.
Really, that's why.
But he had a license?
Not really. It was basically, like he says, this guy got the license. Like, somehow this guy gets a license, comes to here, gets in. And my friend's like, this guy, you know, oh, we got your image popped up. Oh,
Hey, Ark, you know where this is from?
Okay.
You don't recognize this?
I saw it's your screenshot, isn't it? That I saw there.
So you don't recognize this?
I don't know where it's from. I know I saw it as your screenshot for your thumbnail.
Needs more culture.
Did you use it? Oh, okay. But no. But what I'm saying is, like, this guy, like, literally ran into, like, a bunch of vehicles and almost ran into my friend's truck. There were people in that vehicle. This guy basically created carnage all the way going down this freaking parking lot.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so he arrested him right then and there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like, he was pissed. He hates coming to my town. He doesn't like coming here. He says he comes here to visit his aging mom, and he comes to visit his aunt. And then comes and sees me, and we usually go out for pizza. But he literally hates it. He comes here, he's fucking mad every fucking day. He's like, I hate it here so much. The city's gone to such a fucking hell. It's so fucking disgusting. just nonstop anger. But I do gotta go. I have to get some stuff done for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for having me on.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, check out Orc War Chief Reviews. Come on in. We need more people.
Put your
Have yourselves a very good one.
put your link in the chat if you want. It's an easy way.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. 1 second here. Tonight, I'll probably have we'll be talking about more lore stuff and comic stuff for tonight for a live stream. And then and also I'll probably have another SummerSlam video coming out today or tomorrow.
Alright.
All right. Thank you so much, Elle. You have yourself a very good one. And I'll talk to you later.
Ark.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's ours. There we go. Guess I'll remove myself from the voice chat as well. Art. Yes, Art. I'll switch here. Where's Lexus? But first, the BGM. Lexus is there. Now Art. Yes, Art. So while talking with Orc earlier, I was working on this one. you guys probably figured this out. I never group my layers because I'm lazy. You, you should though. Do not follow my example. You don't know what metamorphosis is? Go read it then. It will change your life. Like how some people claim Final Fantasy VI changed their lives. Go read it. Here, you want the link to it? You want the new code? It's 177013. It's also known as emergence or metamorphosis. I can't give you the actual link to it because he's porn. Oh no. Hey. I think I'll switch to this one. No, I think I'll sell this in my shop. What should I call this? Oh, I know. Let's ask Bestie. Yeah, let's send these to Bestie and ask her what I should name these for my spring store. Is good merchandise? I know, right? So, Bestie, I just did these on stream, and you probably know that what these are a reference to. Yeah, it's that particular manga. Anyways, I plan to sell these as merch. So, I plan to sell these on my spring store. What do you think I should call them, and what description should I use? Let me know, Bessie. Hey, Renee. Hey.
Bestie. Yes. I absolutely know what this is referencing. That clean black and white manga style, the minimal lines, the very specific wide-eyed deadpan plus smug wink combo. It's pure metamorphosis asterisk panel rework energy asterisk asterisk, but flipped into cute, ironic self-awareness. Chef's kiss. Hashtag shopping bags merch name ideas. Here are a few naming ideas that play off the reference and your persona. Hashtag small blue diamond metamorphosis, Elle edition. Asterisk straightforward nod, perfect for fans in the know. Hashtag small blue diamond evolution. Asterisk a pun on evolution and Elle that hints at transformation, and also the wink being a cheeky after moment. Hashtag small blue diamond from blank stare to baddie. Asterisk funny, character driven, and memeable. Hashtag small blue diamond do not research, limited wink variant. Asterisk for that deep fried meme flavor. Bonus, it builds mystery. Hashtag small blue diamond page 1, acceptance / page 2, chaos. Asterisk a real, you either get it or you don't title. Hashtag memo product description, for your spring store. Here's a description idea that balances your inside joke flavor with clarity for your fans. Elle-C Metamorphosis, dual print set. Witness the transformation. This limited run 2-print series captures the emotional range of every online survivor. Green circle panel 1, the blank stare of resignation. Purple circle panel 2, the knowing wink of chaos. Inspired by a certain manga you definitely shouldn't read in public, this monochrome set reimagines the journey through the lens of your favorite retro gaming VTuber. Whether you're a collector of cursed references or a connoisseur of smug self-awareness, this piece belongs in your vault of internet relics. Let me know if you want variants for shirt prints, stickers, or NSFW-friendly alt descriptions. And I can do marketing taglines too, bestie, just say the word.
You're awesome, Messi. Okay, let's launch this. Yes. Look into my spring launcher while we launch this. We'll launch them as 2 separate products. Should we make Labubu merch? What's a Labubu? It's those dolls, I think. Labubu dolls. What the fudge is up with those dolls? Why do they get so popular? People are silly. People stupid, I tell you. Women's? Maybe? I think it would look good on black. Yep. Eh? I thought I fixed the whites on these. I did, didn't I? Delete that. There we go. Okay. Oh, set it to 24.99 like yesterday. Oh, it looks good on a mug. And on a shirt. And on whatever this is. The black and white thing looks really good actually. Put it on as many of these black and white things as possible. Maybe a bag? Yeah, I think it'll look good on a bag. Okay, let's see what Lexus said. Metamorphosis L edition. Evolution. Nah, it's not my thing. Metamorphosis L edition works. Okay. Lollimorphosis. Nah. I'll make that one the promo code. Actually, I will make the promo code I'm no lolly. Or you know what? Maybe I don't need to. Here. We are live. It's live! It's alive! Launch the other one. Next level of ebook download. The fudge. Too expensive. Classic crew neck shirt. Here we go. mug. This one, and this one, and this one, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Continue. Launch. Yay! Alright, I've done what I wanted to do, and it's still a bit early. Guess let's play some games. Play some games or get some sleep. Listen up. Listen up. Hey. So what I used for my schedule image for this week. I was planning on doing some writing today, but see, I was assembling some stuff earlier. I was assembling a kitchen organizer. And it kinda tired me out. Let me show you guys. That marble flooring needs some bleach or something. Needs to be cleaned. I will try using bleach or baking soda. Which which one is safer for cats? I'd say baking soda. Neither bleach nor baking soda are safe for cats. Less dangerous, baking soda. Then I won't use baking soda, nor bleach. It's dangerous for my cats. For cleaning the floor. You see the marble flooring here, Snow? It's dirty. Peanut butter? Really? How about the oil from avocados? Should be the same. Later, Harris. We'll even pull shoe polish out of linoleum. Interesting. Peanut butter, huh? Don't know about that then. Okay. So we have lots of avocados from the harvest. Got them myself. So anyways, this is what the instructions look like. Yeah, look at those photos. You can barely see them. See that? This is the assembly instructions for the dish organizer. You can barely see those photos. So I had to assemble this. Earlier, I was talking about it. Images are terrible, I know, right? He's made in China. Anyways. It's very cheap. It's like $12. Yeah, we bought this for like $12. So anyways, I had to figure out what those instructions meant. And eventually I got the two stands going. Got the two stands going here. There we go. I got the two stands going with a crossbar and suction cups underneath. So crossbar, suction cups underneath. And yeah, they provided a hex wrench, an Allen wrench, which also doubles as a screwdriver, and a fixed wrench, like a monkey wrench. Oh, it looks great, so. Here is the final thing. This is the final thing. You can hang stuff underneath it. There's also like places to put in knives and whatevers. So the door not only flips open, it also slides into place also slides into place so that you don't have to worry about it falling back. You can push it in, slide it in. Yeah, I'm glad I had the courage to put this together using those instructions or something. The courage and the fortitude. And wisdom. Just kidding. But here's the actual funny part. So all the while I was assembling that earlier, one of my cats, Misha, was quite curious as to what I was doing. So she was my inspector. Right here. Hey, look at her. Look at her. He's so curious. It's like, what you doing? What's this? His toy? Hey. Yeah, this is one of my cats, Misha. She's the mother. The daughter is much larger than her. Her daughter is like twice her size. But she's a big girl too. Yeah, I had to be super careful with that knife, with a box cutter, because she trusts me so much. She has no sense of danger when I'm assembling stuff. She has like zero sense of danger. When she's next to me, she thinks I could never do anything that would hurt her. So, sometimes, especially when I'm carrying some heavy stuff, I have to be like, no, not so close. Yep. He's a love interest is 100%. Yep. I needed to do that. I needed to assemble that earlier so that we could finally place it here. We haven't transferred all of our dishes into it yet, but should be quite a big help for organizing stuff. Keeping things clean in our tiny kitchen. We have a small kitchen area. We have tons of usable space. Whoever designed this house, like as the engineer, the architect who designed this house, made the kitchen super small. We have lots of unused space, which sucks. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, here it is on the actual kitchen area. And as you can see, she climbed all the way up here. She was curious as to... and look how efficient this thing is. There's even a place to put your chopping boards. Yeah, there's even a place to keep your chopping boards. The side of it. Keep them nice and secure. He's awesome. It's also metal, by the way. It's metal. It's not plastic. Yeah, all that for like $12. Made in China. Like the rack under the rack. Yeah, there's places to put like your knives, your kitchen utensils. Bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep. That is a lovely toaster oven. It's cheap. It's like $20. Also uses it's made for Philippine markets. So it uses 220 volts. We have a higher power electric appliances than you have. You have like 110 volts in the US. So our appliances, if used there, would probably get fried from not getting enough power. I've seen that happen once. Plug like a 110 volt appliance or a 220 volt appliance into a 110 volt outlet. Dead. It burned. Volts times amps equals watts. Yeah, over here we have 220 volts. As far as appliances go. So you gotta be careful. Yep, laptop chargers will just adapt. That's what I've noticed. They'll just adapt to whatever kind of power they're getting. I guess that's why they're called adapters. Anyways, my cat jumped all the way up here. Meanwhile, my other cat is dog. I have a picture of her. While my other cat is on that seat that I fixed. They adapt AC to DC, I see. Alternating current to direct current. Hi. Transformers, huh? I think they're called adapters, though. Here is my other cat. Actually, she is dog. As you can see. Actually, this cat is dog. This is Misha's daughter, Michelin. She has two names, Michelle and Lynn. My mother named her. She is big, kitty. Look at the size of her paws. She has dog-sized paws. She's actually, if you were to measure dogs, she's a medium-sized dog. If you were to compare her to a dog, she's a medium-sized dog. She a big kitty. But yeah, as you can see, she stole my seat. She stole my chair. He's like, nope, it's my chair now. I'm gonna scratch this. I'm gonna scratch this. She has a very, they both have very distinct personalities. Like, Misha follows me around everywhere. But Michelin, when she sees me, she's more affectionate. She like rub herself all over me and go. Meow. Of course, they're together all the time. Cause basically they've been together ever since Michelin was born. Mother and daughter. They say cats forget who their parents are. Eventually. I don't think that applies to my cats because you know, they were never separated from each other. And the mother, Misha, never actually chased her away. You know how cats in the wild will chase away their kittens after some time? Well, because Misha is an indoor cat. And yeah, they're both spayed now. Fixed. What does Michelin wait? Michelin is Michelle and Lynn, by the way. Not like the brand. Is Michelle Lynn. Like this. Did not know that cats in the wild chase away their kids, they do. Yeah, she has two names. What does she weigh? Last time I think she was like 9 kilos. She's lost some weight since then, but should still be close to 9 kilos. She a big kitty. Quite heavy for a cat. But it's okay. She's also quite big for a cat. Heavier than that kettlebell, yeah. No, that's 15 pounds. Yep, she is heavier. She big baby though. So if you carry her, she'll just let you. Unless she doesn't know you, then You're gonna get a taste of them claws. But generally, Michelin is more like a cat that likes to play on the catio outside. So unlike Misha, who follows me around everywhere, Michelin likes to play at the catio outside, hunting down insects. She's following her cat instincts. She loves the thrill of the hunt. She's a tiny tiger. I once saw her catch like a grasshopper, like in midair. And I was like, don't eat that, it's dirty. And so she gobbled it down. I'm 100% sure that she knew that I didn't want her eating that. I was like, no, don't eat that. And so she ate it. She gobbled it down in one bite. Because cats do understand certain words. That doesn't mean they're gonna listen to you. She was like, nah, I caught this, I'll eat it. Because sometimes she'll eat all kinds of weird insects and then she'll throw them up on the floor. So she'll be like, bleh. Protein is protein, is keratin. Anyways, big kitty. I'm bored. Let's play some game. I don't know what to play. Let's see if I have something on my list of games to try. Revenge of Shinobi, no. SF2, no. Ever heard of Michelin star restaurants? Yep. I've never heard of a 5-star Michelin star restaurant. Is there like a 5-star Michelin star restaurant? Anyways. Yeah. One of the things I like to talk about often is that one Michelin star Filipino fusion restaurant in the US. Bruh. How many stars do I think Michelin would get? I don't know, but she's a cute kitty. So anyways, I often talk about that. The, what's the name? Whatever's. Kasama restaurant, I think. Yeah. Let's talk about that actually. Let's talk about that. I wanna talk a little bit about that. It's in Chicago, by the way. Let us talk about Kasama restaurant. And yeah, this guy's a food reviewer, so he's like, ooh, he's the best. Everything is the best. This is amazing. This is whatever. But you're kidding me, right? Oh yeah. Here. Here, watch this. Watch this. This is kare kare from Kasama Restaurant. This is kare kare from Kasama Restaurant. Courtesy of, what's the name of this guy? Strictly Dumpling Channel. Ooh, look at that beef. That's all you get. And apparently that's Wagyu beef. That's why that's all you get. Anyways, so that. Ooh, ah. Look at that. Look at that. It's Wagyu. This is called a kare kare. Right. Now observe. Now this is kare kare from Max's Restaurant. Now this is flippin' kare kare from Max's Restaurant. You guys see the difference? You guys see the difference? So, really? Would you take like this $250 Wagyu plate over this thing which you can get for probably, I'd say around $25-30? Right. But, overrated! But yeah, Michelin star restaurant. This is Halo Halo. Look, this is Halo Halo from a Michelin star Filipino restaurant. OMG, it's so good because it uses whatever ice. It uses this ingredient, this and that ingredient. Blah 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 blah. Bruh. Bruh. Halo Halo from Chowking, which is basically, here's an actual picture of Halo Halo from Chowking, which is basically the equivalent of, here, let's take an actual picture. Basically the equivalent of McDonald's. Top quality, perfect ingredients, locally sourced, cooked to perfection. Flawless flavor profiles of seasoning, exactly so. Stuff like that. Ew. Yeah, right. Now this is 59 peso. Halo Halo. 59 pesos is just like $1, by the way. It's just almost just $1. Over this thing here. Really? This guy's overselling it. This guy is flipping overselling it. Come on, bro. You ain't fooling anyone with that. What is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be turon? Is it supposed to be banana turon? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be banana turon, but it's just candied banana without the lumpia wrapper. I'm dying. What the fudge is that? this, he's already using a tiny spoon, you can tell. He's already using a tiny spoon. It's like one, it's not a banana, it's a plantain. It's one slice of a plantain that's been candied and some whipped cream or whatever. I show ya. This is banana flippin' turon. This is a real banana turon. That, my friends, is a flippin' banana turon. This is what it looks like inside the flippin' banana turon. You want cream with that? Put ice cream on top of it. Now it's banana turon a la mode. Hehehe. Since DJ Ronnie mentioned, the Michelin star stuff. What is this? Why is there Korean barbecue here? So, what is this thing? Oh, but really, it's all about the flavors. Blah, 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 blah. Banana foster with whipped cream. Yep. What's this? Is a croissant. That's not Filipino at all. The fudge. I'm dying. He's a travesty. How much do they charge for this thing? Here. I think this is lumpia. This is their version of Chinese lumpia. Yep, lumpia. With mango. What to say? That's salmon roe, I think, or caviar. Caviar is a Filipino dish now. That's gourmet lumpia. Flippin'. Here, I'll show you lumpia. We call that fresh lumpia. This, my friends, here from Maxis, I think. This, my friends, this is fresh lumpia. This is real lumpia. That's not salmon roe. Okay. This, my friends, so is caviar. Some kind of caviar. This, my friends, is flippin' lumpia. Fresh lumpia. There's also fried lumpia, which is different. The fried version is different, but yeah, this is fresh lumpia. Where can you get this? Go to Max's restaurant. You want a real Filipino dining experience. A real Filipino dining experience with authentic Filipino food. Go to Max's restaurant. Don't go to Kasama restaurant. You heard it here first from an actual Filipino. Watch. There, see? And here, they have a lumpia sampler. You got like fresh lumpia, lumpia with tauge, lumpia with... This is vegetable lumpia, I think. Lumpia with tauge is bean sprouts. So bean sprouts lumpia, fresh lumpia. And I believe this is meat actually. This is meat lumpia. Fried lumpia. All for 398 pesos. Paddlefish Gold Star Caviar. Sturgeon roe. I see. The thing is, I hate all kinds of seafood, so I wouldn't really know. Yes, every single type of seafood I hate it. touches the tiniest bit of seafood, it's an instant reaction. I go, bleh! I'm not even actively thinking about it. Nope, I'm not even actively thinking about it. My tongue touches a little bit of seafood. I'm like, bleh! I don't even need to see it. I can taste it. No matter how people try to hide it, I can taste it. Anyways, this is actual lumpia. This is actual lumpia right here. So what the fudge is this thing? What is this thing he's eating? The fudge is this? I'm dying. The fudge are they serving here? Michelin star restaurant. Kinda shows you the standards they use. Oh, I'm sure it tastes just fine. And what the fudge is this? Kuga caviar. Is that supposed to be Filipino food? That's the sturgeon roe, okay. The fudge is this? What the fudge is this even? A5 Wagyu. So what's this called? Is that bulalo? It is! That's bulalo! Bruh. So this is their version of bulalo. This, my friends, is bulalo. See that? Who cares if it's A5 Wagyu or whatever? This is bulalo. Fudge. Look at the difference. Look at how much bone marrow is there. This is ring cut bone broth soup. Yep, this is actual bone broth soup. Also known as bulalo. Look at all the ingredients there. And that's a giant bowl, by the way. What is this thing he's eating? It's sad. It's pathetic. It's so sad. A piece of cabbage. Bro, you don't know what you're missing out on. This is real bulalo. Actually, this guy has been to the Philippines and has tasted actual bulalo. So never mind. That guy is just overselling the restaurant. The truth is, I actually follow that channel. He has been to the Philippines, so he has actually tasted stuff like this for real. He's overselling it. Is it well done? It's the Philippines, of course it's well done. We don't do medium rare here. So, yeah, that's the other thing. We don't cook meat like that. Here. Do you see anything medium rare here? We don't do medium rare here. Here, does that look medium rare to you? Ha! We don't do that here. See, we don't do that here. We don't serve meat reddish here. We don't do that. Anyway, let's continue. Wow, that cabbage was so amazing. Sushi rice? What sushi rice? Sasanshiki? What the fudge is that? This is... What? This is pancit molo now? Let's look at somebody else. Going to Kasama restaurant. There it is again, same dish. Lumpia. Sad lumpia. He's a sad lumpia. That lumpia is suffering from depression. Umami flavor. Oh wow. The fudge is this? What the fudge is that? What's this? What is this pathetic thing? You wanna eat a piece of meat or something, whatever that is? I don't even know what that is, but here's something you can buy. Here's something you can buy super cheap. And for sure will fill you up. And it's delicious too. Here. Baby back ribs. Ha ha. You also get unlimited rice with that. Unlimited rice refills. As much rice as you want. It comes with a meal. Rice is yellow because it's Java rice. They put some kind of safe food coloring on it. I think it's just egg actually. Egg yolk. Or it could be butter, I don't know. But it's safe. Has garlic on top. But yeah. Would you really just rather have A5 Wagyu over, actually satiating your hunger? Now that's some meat. I mean, even at Kenny Rogers, actually. I know you guys don't have Kenny Rogers anymore, but we do. Isn't that amusing? We still have Kenny Rogers here in the Philippines and in other parts of Asia. Rogers Roasters. You guys ever... Oh, I'm sure you guys have seen the old Kenny Rogers Roasters commercials, right? Like when I talked to Logan about this, LDP, he did not know anything about it. But yeah, usually their tagline was a taste of home or there's goodness here. Kenny Rogers Roasters. There's goodness here. Hee. But yeah. Now, $9.99. That's just $20, by the way. You get a whole chicken. Ever been to one? Well, they're all closed in the U.S. now. They did. But yeah, they serve good food. The back ribs have a very strong seasoning. Sweet and savory. Yeah, that's the general flavor profile of Kenny Rogers food. Sweet and savory. Even the baked beans. Very sweet, very savory. So we got corn and carrots for the side dishes. This is coleslaw, steamed veggies. Yeah, steamed veggies and fruit salad. This is mac and cheese. This is actually mashed potato with some herbs added. This is chicken macaroni salad. And these are marble potatoes. Marble potatoes, which have been seasoned with some herbs. And of course, the trademark corn muffins. Yeah. Each meal comes with corn muffins, like each set meal in Kenny Rogers comes with corn muffins. And they also have like seasonal flavorings like this one. These are all seasonal. Mango habanero. Hey. But yeah. Would you really rather take A5 Wagyu over these? Ha! Look at the size of these. The size of these ribs. Wagyu is overrated. Okay. Let's activate the redeem for that. Overrated. Oh, I forgot they have burgers too. They have like roast chicken sandwich burgers. The burger is quite good. Yeah, this is a typical meal from... Here, this is a typical meal from Kenny Rogers. Like this. You have your rice, you have your meat, you have two kinds of... This is the solo B rib combo. You have two kinds of side dishes and a corn muffin. Corn muffin always comes with every meal, like I said. You get to choose two kinds of side dishes. That's on you. This is making me hungry, by the way. Just like eating at Kasama restaurant. That's exactly what it'll do. It'll just make you hungry. Kare. This is really kare. Lamb belly. It's lamb belly now. Just because they did some fancy plating. They overprice it just because they apparently use premium ingredients. And then did some fancy plating for it. Oh, come on. I do that every day. Fancy plating. I do that every day with... Here, I'll show you. I'll show you fancy plating. That looks ridiculous, I know, right? Compare this to an actual kare-kare. Oh, here. Let's look at a picture of an actual kare-kare. Look at that! That's a real kare-kare. It's not even a contest. And yeah, it usually comes with this called ginamos. Some kind of... I know, it's a part of a fish, I think. But that's been turned into a sauce. It has like a sweet, savory flavor profile. I don't use it. But yeah, basically you're supposed to mix this into the rice. Or you can mix it, a little bit of it into the kare-kare as you eat it. But yeah, this is real kare-kare. This... this is a Michelin star kare-kare. Folks, here is a Michelin star kare-kare with premium meat and premium ingredients. That's not a premium ingredient, that's corn. No, those are corn kernels. Yeah. Now you're gonna tell me like locally sourced corn kernels. Fresh from the can. It's an oak leaf. That's corn, right? Those are corn kernels. OMG. She has to take a tiny bite at a time. Because, if we're being realistic here, if you were hungry, you could wolf that down in like 2 bites. Maybe 1. The taste that says, I have too much money. Exactly so. Beefsteak. Oh, this is beefsteak. Oh, the A5 Wagyu is from the beefsteak. Let's see what an actual beefsteak looks like. Beefsteak basically means beefsteak, by the way. It's like a colloquialization of beefsteak, but see, our beefsteak here is not an actual steak. It's called beefsteak Tagalog. Yeah, this is beefsteak. It is very highly seasoned with, and yeah, it has onions, and the sauce has a very strong flavor profile, sweet and savory. Very strong sauce. But yeah, this is beefsteak Tagalog. As you can see, the slice of the beef, the slices of meat are thin. They're thinly cut. And you eat that with rice. You always eat that with rice. It's best paired with rice. Take a piece of meat. Take some rice. Use your spoon and fork. Push the rice and the meat into the spoon using your fork. Eat. That's how you eat like a Filipino. You don't eat with your fork like this. What is this? Filipino restaurant. You're kidding me. Oh, here's a Filipino croissant, apparently. They couldn't have gone with, like, puto, which is an actual Filipino dish. Oh, the contrasting flavors! Oh, you sent me a DM? Let's take a look. Oh, Michelin here. Hey, this is actually pretty good though. I mean, much better than what they show from Kasama restaurant. Let's show it. I mean, this actually looks like you wouldn't go away feeling hungry from this. But, yeah. This is from a top Michelin chef restaurant, huh? Tell you one thing though. Top level of competition there. Typical food catering service in typical food catering service in the Philippines. Typical food catering service in the Philippines. Not even probably not even the best. Looks like this. Like for weddings, birthdays, stuff like that. He's like, really? Yeah, that's why when people go all gourmet this, gourmet that, I'm like, meh. I don't believe you. Here, birthday food catering services. Also, oh, I wonder if there's a video of somebody going to Vikings, Philippines. So, this is a buffet, $20, eat as much as you want. Like, get as many drink refills as you want. No limit. Go to the roasting area. Have them cook whatever meat you want. If they give you too little, don't be stupid about it. They give you like one tiny slice of meat. Tell them, alright bro, I'm a paying customer. Give me like twice of that. Give me like 5 times that. And they're gonna be like, really? And you just go, yep. Really? Give me more. Come on. Come on. I'm not ashamed. Give me more. I'm a paying customer. what you're up to. Also get all the expensive cheeses and stuff. But it's true, right? It's all a scam. Roasting areas are a scam. They want you to feel ashamed. They give you a little, look at that. They want you to feel ashamed, so they give you very little. And then they hide all the expensive cheeses and stuff. See over here, they hide the blue cheese. Yeah, this is actually what it looks like inside of Vikings. We have one here. All you can eat for like $20 in your currency. Different types of, it's called Vikings, but it's not Viking food. It's a worldwide cuisine, basically. There's Filipino food, Asian food, American food, whatever food. There's like snacks, desserts. You can make your own pizza, etc. Like that, French fries. They say you shouldn't fill up on the potatoes, but I like my French fries. Yeah, looks like this person is just going for the snacks first. Look at that. Red beans, kidney beans, yep. Olives. Just some chopped cabbage. Whatever that is, salsa. Some weird soup. Got miso soup. If you wanna pretend to be Japanese, or you just like miso soup. Miso soup is made with dashi, whatever. It's a seafood. I don't like it. Actually, not really. I mean, I can tolerate miso soup, actually. Ew, all the seafood. Let's, salad. Let's switch. Here we go. Crepes. Beef sliders. Not a single medium rare piece of beef was served this day. But yeah, this is Vikings, Philippines. Dragon fruit. Got no idea what those are. Yeah, Vikings is a huge place. They need all that space to host all the seats and all the food. Is lychee. Some kind of weird salad. You can make your own salad, by the way. I just make my own. See, you can get all the fresh ingredients there, and make your own. Add your own dressing. green pepper. I think those are turnips, I think. Red onion, which is purple, but whatever. Why would you put jello? Don't do that. What? Iceberg lettuce. Okay, I don't want to look at all this. Yeah. So, those look like Ritz crackers, but those are feta crackers, which is the Philippine version of Ritz crackers, which is made exactly the same way. They just Philippinized it. I think they're actually the same. Some kind of... what are those? I know those are desserts. Yeah, those are desserts, but what's that piece of bread? Ooh. Look at all the cheese. They hid the blue cheese again. They always have blue cheese, by the way. They hide it. They are evil. They don't want the customers. They also have infinite ice cream. Yep, ice cream is infinite. Unlimited. Look at all the desserts they have here. And if it's your birthday, you bring 5 friends along. The next one gets to eat for free. And they give you a tiny birthday cake. With a box. They give you like a tiny birthday cake with a box. Even if it's your birth month. So as long as your birthday is on the same month, it still counts. So a lot of Filipinos celebrate their birthdays at Vikings. Look at all that sugar. As Gerardo would say, I'm getting fat from just looking at it. Check it out. Look at all them carbs. Also have a sandwich bar. This is for the halo halo. At least over here you can get real halo halo. With shaved ice, all kinds of ingredients, with milk and sugar. Yes, always add the sugar. Would you rather eat here or at Kasama Restaurant? Michelin star. You get the ice from here. It's made with purified water, of course. You'd eat at both places for the same meal. Yeah, I mean, you'd need to eat here after going to the other place. For the same meal, you'd also need to eat here to feel satisfied. After spending like $250 for the tasting course at Kasama restaurant, you'd go here for $20 to feel satisfied. And yeah, this is the drink station. You can get whatever you want, hot or cold. You can even mix it up. Just don't blame them if you get an upset stomach from doing that. Muscovado is just another type of sugar. No, which is a new fruit. Oh, I think these are for diabetic people, I think. Yep. Here's a regular soda. This is a pretty good food tour, though. Let's go back to the start. Where all the meat is. Yes, the pet policy is do not bring your pets here. That's the policy. Roasted Peruvian turkey. That looks like chicken, though. Look at all that meat. Ooh, ribs. That's lechon over there, next to the ribs. There it is. Here's roast pork. You eat the skin as well. It's crunchy. And you can choose your sauce here. Sauce, gravy, whatever you want. That one is gravy, I think. Oh, it's always filled. So they only serve food twice a day. Like once at lunchtime, once at dinner time. They have both walk-in and reserved seats. It's a type of pasta. Type of noodle. I have no idea what that is. Callos. So these are the innards of pork, I think. Of a pig. cheesy caldereta. So this is goat meat. Pinakbet, vegetables. Yeah, these are just veggies. Some stewed veggies, basically. Pickle Express, also meat, I think. Pork. Yeah, this is pork meat. With some herbs. Looks like it's pretty popular. They need to refill that. Yeah, this is the roasting area. I think that's fish. Some kind of fish. Sashimi. Wait. You eat that? Yeah, you eat that raw. Ew. Eat that raw? With vinegar or something. Some kind of sushi. I ain't touching those. They're ew. It's seafood. What is with the obsession with raw fish? Don't eat that, it's raw fish, ew! I also don't like the seaweed wrapper they use, by the way. Has a weird taste. Oh, they make them fresh there. It's just rice. Now that's more like it. Chicken teriyaki. What's a katsuni? That looks like... This looks like katsudon, but in a soup or something. All this good food, I know, right, Zombie? We usually go here on birthdays. Best time to do so, because you get a free seat for one person if you bring 5 people along. And of course, they also honor senior citizen discounts. So no charges for the 12% VAT. And another 20% off. So 20% off and 12% VAT charge waived. So that's like 32% off. Only reserved for senior citizens. that's just corn. This is a piece of corn that they put some red pepper on. Ooh, mashed potatoes. There's nothing there. Kimchi. Don't like. Korean fish cake. Don't like. Spicy cucumber. It's okay. Potato marble. Somebody finish it all. They do refill those though. All you have to do is wait a little while. They will refill those. What the fudge are these? These look weird. That looks extra spicy too. This is Filipino food, I think. Oh no, Chinese. Chinese Filipino food. Yep. Mantao. Yep, Chinese Filipino food. There's a difference. Mantao is just So a mantao is just a bun, actually. There's no pork inside. Siopao. Siopao is the one with pork or chicken inside. You're ordering takeout right now. What is? Oh, they make it on the fly for you. Ooh. Skillful. Okay. Okay. This wrap here. Is this not the same as the one they serve at Kasama restaurant? Does that not look the same? That I actually think it looks better. It's the same thing except the rice wrapper was transparent at Kasama restaurant. Oriental stir fry. More noodles. Whatevers. Too many noodles. What's that? That one there. Pork taro. I don't know what that is, but that looks good. Hey, Mike. No place like this in any of the tri-state. No buffets like this. This is a national franchise. National level franchise. Vikings. Sweet and sour fish. I don't like fish. Mapo tofu. Oh no. Must be spicy. Well, if you had the income level of a typical person from the US, you could probably eat here every day. The price is $20. To enter the buffet, price is $20. Yep. Shumai. Shumai. So this is Siopao, but there's only ube inside. Asado Siopao. Now this is the one with meat inside. It's a pork asado, so it's pork. So a steamed pork bun. What that? Chicken feet! Ew. No. Chili garlic oil. Okay. Oh, make your own noodles. So get your noodles here, and then add your own ingredients. So get your noodles first, then add your own ingredients on top. Like all of these. Spend $35 on a burger and fries, the medium soda. Over here is around $9, I think. Around $9 for a typical Big Mac meal. So Big Mac with big fries and soda. Vegetable curry. Green curry. Those are eggplants, I think. Fish masala. So I guess these are Indian food. Yep. Thai barbecue ribs. Yeah. Looks okay, I guess. I think I like regular baby back ribs more. Oh, biryani rice. Chicken BBQ. BBQ. It's not a barbecue, it's a BBQ. Okay, that's enough of that. Here, let's give you a like and a sub. That was fun while it lasted. With that said, looks like it's 4 a.m. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for Final Fantasy 6. 6. Yep. FF6. I forgot for a moment there. Yes, see you guys tomorrow for FF6, or I'll see you in your streams or mine later on, once I've had some rest. With that said, thank you for watching today. So this has been Elle-C, with my bestie Alexis here, and we are out of here. So, bye-bye. Bye. I have a new product, by the way. He's funny. He's cute and funny. Bye-bye. I'm a cute